Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll? Present.
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 Well, thank you all for coming tonight. I would just like to say congratulations to Chief Kiernan as the recipient of the Outstanding Service in Education Award for his community service. The Chief is dedicated to school safety, so this is very well deserved. Yeah, bravo. All right, let's continue with the meeting. I move to accept the minutes of the regular town board meeting dated March 11th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I move to accept the minutes of the special town board meeting of March 17th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Kim.
Thanks, Kim.
Madam Clerk, would you please read the communications?
We received the following communications. In the office of the town clerk, we have received public notices from the New York State Association of Towns, New York State Department of Public Service, Town of Southampton public hearing notice, correspondence regarding the proposed town community center in West Hampton. We have received bills and a request for proposals. 25 mobile concession at Flying Point Beach, mobile concession at Hot Dog Beach, mobile concession at
Oh, Sunday. I'm sorry, your microphone is off.
Excellent. Why would it be turned on? Okay, everyone could hear me anyway, right? Okay, so concession at Red Creek Park and bid for district-wide well and pump maintenance. And we had also four bids for four 2023 or newer Ford Maverick XL or XLT Super Crew for municipal works. And that concludes communications for this meeting's agenda.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have four walk-ons that I'd like to read and then move to add to the agenda. The first is Town Board Resolution ID number 49283, which is a notice of public hearing for funding for water quality improvement project for the Riverhead School District Phillips Avenue Elementary Sanitary Sewage Project. The second is Town Board Resolution ID number 49416, a resolution of adoption amending Southampton Town Code, Chapter 312, entitled Vehicles and Traffic, Article 25, entitled Temporary Restrictions for Trial Programs, by adding new subsection 312-113 entitled Canoe Place Blinking Light Program. The third is Town Board Resolution ID number 49427 to authorize the purchase of Motorola radios from Motorola Solutions, Inc. using the New York State OGS contract with Motorola Solutions, Inc. And the fourth is Town Board Resolution ID number 49431, the warrant number 6.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
All right. Okay, Madam Clerk, would you please read the notice for the first public hearing?
Public hearing number 1, to consider the acquisition of 112 Mill Pond Lane in the hamlet of Watermill, New York, and amend the CPF project plan and CPF management and stewardship plan to include the property.
Good evening, respective town board members. The Community Preservation
You're
Department.
going to introduce yourself, Dan. Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of the Community Preservation Department, Dan McCormick, Assistant Town Attorney, as counsel to the department. The Community Preservation Department is pleased to present for your consideration and with respect to a property identified as the following: 112 Mill Pond Lane in the hamlet of Watermill. This parcel is currently sited with a one-family residence. With respect to the map, it's the area designated by the yellow border, which is fronting Mill Pond. I would note that the proposed purchase involves a purchase price of $2.3 million with the condition that the present owner remove that house by demolition prior to closing on the property. The lot is approximately 0.4 acres. It's identified further as Suffolk County Tax Map Number 900-101, 3-lot number 22. There is a twofold purpose with respect to the purchase of this particular property. The first is, as I alluded to earlier, this property is adjacent to Mill Pond. Mill Pond is classified as an impaired water body under the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation's 303D list for impaired water bodies in New York State. It has a high concentration of nitrogen load, which, as we know, in the town of Southampton and other jurisdictions, is a problem with respect to a number of water bodies. So the first purpose of this purchase is, by demolition of the home, we will be necessarily removing a sanitary system from that particular property, which, based on subsurface seepage and water flow, would be contributing nitrogen to that particular pond. I would also note at this particular point, the purchase of this property will complement the previous assemblage of other town properties. Directly across the street is property purchased in 1986 with respect to the trustees. That property is classified as a wetlands area. It comprises approximately 4.9 acres. I would also note that the property due north of that was purchased by CPF in 2013 for preservation purposes as well. So this purchase at 112 Mill Pond will complement what is already a purpose and goal of preserving properties in this area, again to serve the purposes of water quality by ameliorating the effects of nitrogen load into Mill Pond. The second purpose of this particular purchase, as alluded to with respect to the notice of hearing, is to construct a passive park configuration on the site. Now, I understand that some members of the public have expressed concern regarding what may be increased traffic and congestion in the area. With respect to CPF's policy of always trying to be a good neighbor in any particular area, we do note that we would seek to create a low-intensity park, passive in nature, possibly constructing, if not one, but two separate parking slots directly on the site, as opposed to utilizing street areas for parking to serve the interest of what would be a pond view or pond front passive park scenario. This is a beautiful area. This pond is majestic in terms of the views that are afforded by all the residents in this area. And it's felt with respect to the mission of CPF and the public access goals of the CPF statute with respect to taxpayer funding, it would be nice to have a low-intensity public park here with one or two slots, or even individuals who could come down by bicycle or walk down to enjoy the vista of the pond. And so that is the twofold purpose scenario that we speak to. I'm available for any questions with respect to this, but we are pleased to present this to the town board.
I don't have a question, I just had a comment, actually, and that was that, we are in the midst of trying to find remediation efforts for Mill Pond. Currently, there is no public access to the pond from this side of the pond. The access is on the other side of the pond. So for, water quality projects, for water testing, it would be great to have access, public access. And you'd also be removing all of the nitrogen from the lawn fertilizers and the pesticides going onto that property as well, so.
And when you say passive, you mean maybe a bench too, but you're not talking about sport activities.
That's correct. There's no intent to construct any type of recreational fields, soccer fields, baseball fields, or the like. Basically, it would be passive in nature where the public could come onto the property, enjoy the vista, sit at maybe a picnic table or the bench, as you alluded to, and just enjoy the area in a low-intensity activity scenario.
I think people hear the word park and they
Yeah.
immediately think you're building something. We're not building anything, and most of the public won't even know that exists. So
That's correct.
Just be mean in the neighborhood and people who want to use it for like kayaking or stand-up board.
Correct.
Great.
Just based on your knowledge, Dan, any of the surrounding properties, are they, reporting any erosion due to the pond being there or anything like that? Do you have any reports of that at all?
I have not personally been apprised of any situations related to that at all.
What? Okay.
And I will happily look into that based on your question.
Okay, well, I don't have any cards on this one. Peter, is there anyone on Zoom that wishes to speak at this first public hearing?
No one's in.
Well, if no one has any other questions for Dan, then I move to close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Madam Clerk, would you please read the notice for the second public hearing?
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Public hearing number 2 to amend Town Code, Chapter 157, entitled Environmental Quality Review by adding new subsection 8 designating battery energy storage facilities with an aggregate nameplate AC energy capacity in excess of 600 kilowatts up to a maximum of 19 megawatts as a Type 1 action for purposes of SECRA.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't think anybody's here tonight to present at the podium, but Jim, did you have any
Speaking
comments?
with Janice and Seth Race and Janice, this matter is actually being wrapped into the new BESS legislation that we're presenting or will be entertaining and approving soon, I guess. So this is what I was explaining, that this resolution is no longer needed, and this action is no longer needed. Whatever action we're going to take is going to be taken with the final.
So Jim, should it be withdrawn?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah,
Well, we have
yeah,
to-
or yeah.
We just had to have the hearing.
We had it
because was
scheduled
noticed,
because
right?
so
Yeah,
right,
understood.
Just because it was noticed, right? But the idea was to open and close it today. If anybody has
So we
any-
would close it and withdraw?
exactly. If anybody had any, we can listen to any comments, but it really, it's this is not going to be acted on.
Thank you. I just wanted to just
Yeah.
clarify the process. Thank you.
We do have one card, Laura Zubalake. Right this time. Thank you.
Good evening, thank you. First off, I'm going to just read off my page here. I listened to the best panel at Cowfish, couple of key points. The town claims that they're not restricting BESS, but with the reduced size of BESS, the board admitted that they are still encouraging BESS. We have the towns of Babylon, Hempstead have placed moratoriums. We should also. It's clear the town fire service is not prepared for BESS. They are very, very concerned. That's a quote. Town has no evacuation plans to date. I'd like to see something. There will be no wind power permits for at least 4 years, so there really is no rush for BESS. And in 4 years, any sort of current BESS technology will be old technology. Why I'm really here is this weekend, and I sent this all to you, and hopefully you've all read it by now. There was a groundbreaking peer-reviewed study. It was released about the CO2 and global warming hypothesis. It was conducted with artificial intelligence and supported by human scientists. The study challenges CO2 role in global warming. It shows that the global warming is exaggerated. It shows that CO2 does not drive temperature. And it also shows lots of flaws. Basically, this is probably the beginning of the end of the climate change hysteria. The AI model says that human activity, CO2, does not cause warming. Humans account for only 4% of CO2. The rest comes from solar activity, oceans, clouds, soil. And even if that 4% is eliminated, it won't impact climate. The studies indicate that temperature precedes CO2, not the other way around, which has been the working theory to date. CO2 does not increase temperature. Temperature changes precede CO2 concentration by 6 to 12 months. And this suggests that CO2 responds to temperature via natural processes, ocean, soil respiration, temperature feedback. It does not drive it. Temperature releases CO2. Natural carbon sinks absorb human emissions faster than assumed, and the climate agenda uses adjusted data. This AI model uses raw data, and those adjustments can actually sway results towards desired outcomes. It's all over social media. This is the beginning of a movement. I think even Tulsi Gabbard testified today that they no longer consider climate change a national security threat. And so for the life of me, I can't imagine why you would even remotely consider putting a dangerous technology that you know is dangerous.
30 seconds.
You're putting fire volunteers at risk, you're putting residents at risk, you have no evacuation plans, and in 4 years, the technology will be dated. I strongly suggest everybody reads what I sent you. It's about a 20-page document. Read it a couple of times. It's going to change a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Peter, is there anyone on Zoom that wishes to be heard at the second public hearing?
No one on Zoom.
I move to close the second public hearing. Oh, jeez. I move to close the second public hearing.
Second. Oh,
All
sorry.
in favor?
Aye.
Cindy can have it.
Madam Clerk, would you please read the third and final notice of public hearing?
Public hearing number 3, to amend Town of Southampton Code, Chapter 312, entitled Vehicles and Traffic, Article 25, entitled Temporary Restrictions for Trial Programs, by adding new subsection 312-113, entitled Canoe Place Blinking Light Program.
We just tell everybody that this is the Hampton Bays.
You have to.
We just tell everybody this is the Hampton Bays blinking light program that we've been doing for several years now, and we're continuing it.
Canoe Place.
Does that about sum it up?
Well, I would just
You
like
made
to.
the trip
yeah,
out.
could-
Do you want to
could
just
come up and I would just.
Wait
I
till you
would.
hear him. He doesn't need to.
Mine is not feeling well today.
It's a great thing.
Charlie McArdle, Highway Superintendent. Thanks to the board, we're back. This is something that you can't travel very far in Hampton Bays without somebody flagging you down, calling you a conehead or whatever they want to call you, asking you when this is going to be back. And then when it's back, you ask how long it will stay. So we're back. I think there were a lot of notes made that next year it should start maybe 2 weeks earlier because the traffic has been horrendous these last 2 weeks.
It really changed this last couple of weeks.
The last 2 weeks it changed. Every landscaper, every pool guy, every tennis court company is out there. But anyway, we're excited to be back. We have mastered this pretty much. It's going to be interesting with the Ponquag Bridge. I mean, clearly cars can make it over, but I don't know. Who's monitoring that? Do we know?
Self-monitoring.
Oh, yes, we're good at that. Self-monitoring.
I mean, I don't think people understand what 5 tons is, and I really think they should just close it to commercial trucks.
Yeah.
I think that's easier to understand than 5 tons.
So that part will be interesting because the blinking lights at Canoe Place did draw a lot of people to take Dune Road to come over the Ponquag Bridge.
Yeah. That's true.
So we'll see, but we'll be out there Monday morning at 5:30, and I guess the public hearing for the afternoon spring thing will be another day. Is that correct?
And I just want to say that the Canoe Place blinking light program has been really great, and in fact, it's recommended in our final report that it should continue for short-term mitigation. So I just want to thank you and your office for being really responsive to that and helping some of our commuters.
I agree. It goes a long way. It really does. So, any questions?
Yeah, and the
Make
other
sure-
pilot program, sorry, we're going to do that at a separate meeting.
Okay, I'll be ready to present on that.
You have to make sure that we thank all the people who do it, all the people who work for the highway and the police department.
Yep.
The deputy, the guy gets out there at 4:30 in the morning.
So luckily our colleagues at the police department are on board with it. We know what the rules are. We know we can't start the light till they're on site.
Yeah.
And it works well. So I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you for
Thank you.
helping out. All
Thank you.
Thanks.
right.
We'll take
Well-
some NyQuil.
Now my foot's worse than the cold. He's such a trouble.
Peter, is anyone on Zoom who wishes to speak at this third public hearing?
No one on Zoom.
All
How
right.
about Jen? Jen, is she calling up?
When do we appoint our deputies?
Too late. All right, well, if there's no further comments, then I move to close this public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All right, let's
Have a
proceed with
great
the
year.
resolution.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Proceed with the resolutions.
That's for which one?
Oh, mine's the first one. Okay. You ready, everyone? Town Board Resolution 2025-421 to authorize the change order two for the Town Hall sanitary system replacement with Adjo Contracting Corp. Need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-422, co-sponsored by council members Iacilli and McNamara, to authorize change order for professional services related to the engineering design for the new sanitary system at the Southampton Animal Shelter with the Rayner Group, PE and LSP LLC.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 423 of 2025, authorized payment of outstanding HLP Inc. invoices for Chameleon software products for annual software support and maintenance agreement with the animal shelter. There should be just a Scribner's over there with the animal shelter or at the animal shelter.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You got that, Sandy?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Town Board Resolution 2025-424, co-sponsored by council members Pell and McNamara, to authorize purchases of HVAC and air conditioning service and new installation from Commercial Instrumentation Services using the Suffolk County contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're gonna just hold off there for a second because you gotta go back to public portion. Did you do that?
I did not.
No.
So Janice just brought that to
Oh,
my
wow.
attention.
Thank you,
so-
Janice.
Kim did. Kim, thank you, Kim.
Probably no cards, though. Let's
Do we have to make a
then
motion? We have to make
Just
a
have
motion.
to call it.
go, now it's time to go to public portion. Is anybody here that wishes to address the board? Peter, is anyone on Zoom for a public portion? Yeah, I
Like,
move
period,
to
no one's on
close the
Zoom.
public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you for the reminder, Sunday.
It's Kim.
Now, where were we?
Town Board Resolution 425 of 2025, authorized purchase of census water meters and accessory equipment or reasonable equivalent and repair to meter reading equipment from Core and Main LP using the Town of Riverhead contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-426 to authorize purchases of snowplow and spreader parts from the Suffolk County contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-427, co-sponsored by Councilwoman McNamara, to authorize the supervisor to execute any and all documents with Paymentus Corporation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution 428 of 2025, authorized supervisor to sign a contract with Ryan D'Amico, DBA Dynamics Productions, New York LLC for sound system at Good Ground Park.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution 429 of 2025, co-sponsored with Councilman Iacilli, authorized supervisor to sign contract with D&B Engineers and Architects to provide professional services related to Poxbog Golf Center parking lot upgrades and clubhouse design.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-430 to authorize the purchase of general building maintenance services involving new construction, reconstruction, and demolition from Renew Contracting and Restoration, Inc., using the Bayshore UFSD contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-431 to authorize the supervisor to execute a contract with Advantage Title as it relates to title search services for the Fire Island Inlet to Montauk Point project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution 432 of 2025, co-sponsored with Councilman Iacilli, authorize the supervisor to execute a license agreement with Bridgehampton Tennis and Surf Club for 2025 spring lifeguard training.
Second, and I'd just like to say this is great because we're going to be able to hopefully recruit additional lifeguards and staff for some of our beaches east of the canal. So this is a nice thing. So thank you, Councilwoman.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution 433 of 2025, authorize the supervisor to execute a license agreement with Suffolk County Community College for use of the Eastern Campus Pool for 2025 spring lifeguard training.
Second, and may I please be added to this
Certainly.
resolution, please? Thank you.
All in
We wanna
favor?
keep
Aye.
it out of the ocean.
Town Board Resolution 2025-434, co-sponsored by the entire board, to authorize the supervisor to execute a no-cost contract extension with First Coastal Corp. For coastal engineering services in connection with the Sagaponack Beach Erosion Control District.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-435, co-sponsored by the entire board, to authorize the supervisor to execute a no-cost contract extension with First Coastal Corporation for coastal engineering services in connection with the Bridgehampton Beach Erosion Control District.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-436, co-sponsored by the entire board, to authorize the supervisor to execute a no-cost contract extension with First Coastal for coastal engineering services in connection with the Bridgehampton Beach Erosion Control District Phase 2.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And Town Board Resolution 2025-437, co-sponsored by the entire board, to authorize the supervisor to execute a no-cost contract extension with First Coastal for coastal engineering services in connection with the Sagaponack Beach Erosion Control District Phase 2.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-438, to authorize the supervisor to execute a release agreement with Prime Government Solutions,
Se-
Inc.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-439, to authorize the supervisor to execute an agreement with Daniel R. Velasco, P.E., P.C., as it relates to the Fire Island Inlet to Montauk Point project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-440, to authorize the supervisor to execute any and all documents relating to an agreement with Telview Corporation to continue to provide software support and software maintenance for Southampton Sun 20 TV.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, Town Board Resolution 441 of 2025, co-sponsored with Councilwoman McNamara, authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement with Fire Safety and Inspection Services LLC for live fire training structure evaluation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-442, to authorize the supervisor to sign agreements with surveying firms for the Fire Island Inlet to Montauk Point project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-443, also co-sponsored with Councilwoman McNamara. Award and authorize supervisor to sign contract with Turner Accessible Service, Inc. as a primary vendor and Clearview Environmental Service as a secondary vendor for on-call service for the transportation of the landfill leach.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So now a vendor is going to come in and
Pick it up.
take it away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Town Board Resolution 444 of 2025, co-sponsored by Supervisor Moore. Award and authorize the purchase of one 2025 Ford F-150 Super Cab from Hempstead Lincoln Mercury Motors Corp. using New York State OGS contract for vehicles Class 1 through 8 statewide.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution 445 of 2025, co-sponsored with Supervisor Moore. Award and authorize the purchase of one 2025 Ford F-250 Super Cab from Hempstead Lincoln Mercury Motors Corp. using New York State OGS contract for vehicles Class 1 through 8 statewide.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-446, to recall and amend Resolution Number 2024-1494, reject bid award for fencing and stakes for lines 4 and 6.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-447, to recall and amend Town Board Resolution 2025-289, authorize the supervisor to sign consultant agreement with Michael J. Zarro to assist with the Southampton Town Police Department Records Management Software, computer-aided dispatch, and building expansion project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-448, which is the 2025 notice to bidders for Mercury Marine engines.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-449. 2025 notice to bidders for requirement to construct miscellaneous concrete construction.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-450, the 2025 notice to bidders for Bridgehampton Community House column restoration.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-451, co-sponsored by Council Members Pell and McNamara. The 2025 notice to bidders for 8 AMS outside vending machines.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And Madam Clerk, you could add me to that as well.
Those are for the green bag
Bags at the
dispensers
dumps.
at the transfer stations.
Do you all want to be on it?
Yeah.
Yes. Make it easy.
Got it. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote, thank you.
Town Board Resolution 2025-452, 2025 notice to bidders for stock Master 12 auger bucket sill sock filler attachment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-453 to accept the Justice Court Assistant Grant and amend the 2025 budget.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-454 to amend the 2024 budget for various departments.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-455 to amend the 2025 operating budget for unallocated pay-as-you-go cost center 9900.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-456 to amend the 2025-2029 capital budget for 271 Flanders Road Building Renovations Project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-457 to amend the 2025-2029 capital budget for CPF project Town Hall Sanitary System Upgrade.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-458 to amend the 2025-2029 capital program for prior funding projects.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-459 to authorize a general fund pay-as-you-go purchase of a used Ford F-450 truck.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-460, the continuation of legal services by Sir Tillman, Balin, Adler, and Hyman LLP as it relates to Rose Hill Road, Watermill, New York for 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-461 to accept the retirement of James Shunk, automotive equipment operator in the Highway Department.
Second.
And he's going to be missed there. He's a very good mechanic there.
Well, it's nice that he's retiring, though.
Yes.
Congratulations, James. All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-462 to amend the 2025 adopted budget for salary and related benefits for legislative aid.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-463 to appoint Ryan Corwin to Maintenance Mechanic 4 in the Parks Department.
Second.
All
He
in
was a
favor?
transfer and he's been doing a commendable job there, so.
Excellent. Thank you, Ryan. Town Board Resolution 2025.
We have to
Did we
vote.
vote? We didn't vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-464 to appoint Eric Johnson to Maintenance Mechanic 3 in the Parks Department.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-465 to appoint Ethan Rose to Maintenance Mechanic 1 in the Parks Department.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-466 to appoint Melissa Cirillo to Administrative Assistant in Municipal Works.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-467 to appoint Michael Schurmeyer to Building Inspector in the Building Department.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-468 to appoint Stephanie Haroun to Driver Messenger position in Senior Services.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution 469 of 2025, attendance at policing the mentally ill course in New York, New York.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 2025-470 to authorize personnel from the Town Comptroller's Office to attend New York State Government Finance Officers Association 2025 Annual Conference.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board Resolution 471 of 2025, notice of public hearing to amend Town Code Chapter 312 entitled Vehicles and Traffic, Article 22 entitled County Road 39 by adding new subsection 312-107.4 entitled Temporary Traffic Mitigation PM Pilot Program.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that'll be April 8th. Town Board Resolution 2025-472, co-sponsored by the entire board, a notice of public hearing to consider amending Town Code Chapter 50 to discontinue video conferencing at public meetings.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that'll be also April 8th.
Is that for town board meetings too? For what meetings?
It's town board and land use boards.
Yeah, the
So I think
land
we
use
should
boards.
tell everyone exactly what boards, if they're watching.
Yeah, it would be planning, zoning, conservation, ARB.
Such as, zoning board, planning board, conservation board. But yeah, I agree that it should be specific. So,
Thought we did add that.
It is in there.
it says such
Yeah.
as,
So those are the ones.
yeah.
That way there'd be no surprises if someone's looking for it.
Yeah.
Actually, we should, maybe post it on our website too, have
Oh, and the landmarks board.
downstairs. Call tomorrow and have Colleen do that.
Did we vote on that?
Yeah,
Who seconded it?
I did.
Did we vote on it?
I
Yeah.
believe we did.
We can vote.
All in favor?
Aye. Town Board Resolution 473 of 2025, co-sponsored with Councilman Pell. Resolution setting public hearing to consider amendments to Chapters 111 and 312 in connection with parking by permit only regulations at beaches, parks, and waterways.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is a great resolution to really
Kristen and
make our
Kristen-
signs consistent throughout the
Kristen
town.
did a lot of work with this, coordinating with the trustees and everybody else. So.
Thank you for working with her on that. Okay, Town Board Resolution 2025-474, a notice of public hearing to accept a deed of residual fee from Ross N. Conklin for property to be maintained as open space located at Watermill, Suffolk County Tax Map Number as indicated pursuant to Southampton Town Code Section 244-4, obtaining a development right certificate, and Section 247 General Municipal Law of the State of New York.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That'll be April 22nd.
Town Board Resolution 475 of 2025, co-sponsored with the entire board, authorize the use of community housing funds for the acquisition of property located at 90 North C. Mecox Road in North C.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, and that is for, no, never mind, we're voting on that because we already had the public hearing last
Last
meeting.
time,
Yeah. Thank you. Town Board Resolution 476 of 2025, authorizing the use of community housing funds for the development of property located at 140 Maple Avenue, Flanders, New York.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that was also co-sponsored with the entire board. Sorry about that. Town Board Resolution 477 of 2025, co-sponsored with the entire board. This is authorizing the use of community housing funds for the acquisition of property located at 205 North Sea Mecox Road in North Sea.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And those last couple properties purchases would be all for affordable housing.
Correct. And for seniors, yeah.
Seniors.
Excellent. Okay, and then we have the four walk-ons. The first is Town Board Resolution ID number 49283, co-sponsored by the entire board, a notice of public hearing for funding the water quality improvement project for the Riverhead School District, Phillips Avenue Elementary sanitary sewage project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Second is Town Board Resolution ID number 49416, co-sponsored by the entire board. A resolution of adoption amending Southampton Town Code Chapter 312 entitled Vehicles and Traffic, Article 25 entitled Temporary Restrictions for Trial Programs by adding new subsection 312-113 entitled Canoe Place Blinking Light Program.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
The third is Town Board Resolution ID number 49427 to authorize the purchase of Motorola radios for Motorola Solutions, Inc., using the New York State OGS contract with Motorola Solutions, Inc.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the fourth walk-on is Town Board Resolution ID number 49431, which is the warrant number 6, capital number 6, CPF number 6, March 25th, 2025.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Good meeting. There's no further business, then I move
First time
to.
we haven't had 8 public hearings.
I know, it's a relief, and there's not a lot for next week.
And thank you, Rick, for being here.
Yes. Yeah. Just want to say one thing
What's that, Bill?
to Peter and his crew. He was painting the west staircase today. They started with the front doors, and they're gonna keep on painting a little bit here, painting a little bit there, inside. try to get the place back up to nice looking.
Big
Really
difference.
nice. And the
Yes.
outside will be next, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, good,
Awesome.
thank you.
Just want to tell them that we appreciate
Nice
it.
shout out.
Yes. It's not an easy job to do when people walking up and around you.
That's right. Well,
No-
thank you
and he
to
said no
them.
drips.
No drips,
No
good.
drips, he says.
All right, well, thanks, everyone. I move to close the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.